Have you ever wondered how U.S. economic data impacts the strength of the Australian dollar? If so, you're not alone. This is a question that has puzzled economists and investors alike for years. First, it's important to understand that the strength of a currency is largely determined by supply and demand. When the demand for a currency increases, its value tends to rise. Conversely, when demand decreases, the currency's value tends to fall. Output. So, how does U.S. economic data factor into this? Well, strong U.S. economic data often signals a robust U.S. economy. This, in turn, can prompt the U.S. Federal Reserve to increase interest rates. Now, higher interest rates in the U.S. make it more appealing for investors to hold U.S. dollar assets. Why? Because they can earn higher returns on their investments. This increased demand for the U.S. dollar can lead to a decrease in the demand for other currencies, including the Australian dollar. As demand for the Australian dollar falls, so too does its value against the U.S. dollar. On the flip side, if U.S. economic data is weak, this can signal a struggling U.S. economy. The Federal Reserve may respond by lowering interest rates. Lower interest rates make U.S. dollar assets less appealing to investors, leading to a decrease in demand for the U.S. dollar. As the demand for the U.S. dollar falls, other currencies, including the Australian dollar, can become more attractive in comparison. This can lead to an increase in demand for the Australian dollar, and consequently, a rise in its value against the U.S. dollar. However, it's important to note that the relationship between U.S. economic data and the strength of the Australian dollar isn't always so straightforward. Other factors, such as the state of Australia's own economy and global risk sentiment, can also influence the value of the Australian dollar. In summary, U.S. economic data can have a significant impact on the strength of the Australian dollar. Economic data can increase demand for the U.S. dollar, leading to a decrease in the value of the Australian dollar. Conversely, weak U.S. economic data can decrease demand for the U.S. dollar, leading to an increase in the value of the Australian dollar. However, other factors, such as Australia's economic performance and global risk sentiment, can also play a role. So the next time you see a headline about U.S. economic data, remember, it's not just about the United States. It's a global story, with implications for currencies around the world, including the Australian dollar.